Coming up, the governor visits Valdosta, the historic Air Force plane is moved, and Georgia dairy farmers struggle. Your News Valdosta starts right now. Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Darrell Tupano II. Governor Nathan Deal visited Valdosta today. It's one of his 7 stops on the Pro-Jobs, Pro-Family statewide tour. He visited the Valdosta State University College of Nursing and attended the Chamber of Commerce breakfast at VSU. Those of you driving down North Ashley Street today may notice something a little different. The F-86, which has sat on the corner of North Ashley and Bemis Road for more than 30 years, has been moved. Air Force personnel removed the plane late last night in order to place it in the George W. Bush Air Park located on Moody Air Force Base. The Georgia Supreme Court has upheld the murder conviction of Albany resident Roger James Reed. Reed was convicted in 2003 for beating Willie Lee Hatson to death with a hatchet. Reed claims his lawyer is incompetent and that evidence from other cases should not have been allowed at his trial. His request for a new trial was denied on the grounds that the evidence of his guilt was sufficient proof. Dairy farmers in Georgia are struggling with low milk prices and high fuel and feed costs. The Georgia Milk Producers Group say farmers need about $20 per 100 pounds of milk to make ends meet. For the past 4 or 5 years, milk prices have been at $10 to $12 per 100 pounds. Some state farms are now processing their own milk to reduce costs. A new study finds that essays can be graded by a computer software program, which may do a better grading job than humans. The University of Akron study tested more than 16,000 essays from middle and high schools. The computer scoring produced virtually identical levels of accuracy, sometimes even being more reliable than the human brain. The computer can grade 16,000 essays in 20 seconds, while an average teacher grades 150 over a weekend. Coming up, a breakout of mad cow is found, and arrest in the BP oil spill and the summer blockbusters. Stay with us.
Salam.
Jam.
Salam.
Ewa. Ride. Apa? Pa.
Mir. Shanti.
Yep, Changyok di.
We all want the same thing.
Peace.
And Rotary clubs
Sola.
are making it happen.
Lucky.
How to.
Through international scholarships for young people to promote peace and understanding
La Fei.
around the world.
Señal sa hay.
Rotary. Humanity in motion.
I love learning.
I believe in service. I am full of passion. I embody sportsmanship.
I trust in my resourcefulness. I like balance.
That's why I chose
Division 2.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. The case involving the death of an Atlanta teen may finally come to an end. Emmanuel Boykins has been sentenced to life in prison. He's one of 4 teens who was charged in the fatal death of Bobby Tillman in November 2010. 2 other teens are behind bars, and the 4th teen is scheduled for trial in June. He could face the death penalty. The USDA has confirmed that a case of mad cow disease has been found in a dairy cow in California. Although this is only the 4th case of this disease, the state is taking proper precautions to get rid of the infested animal. If ingested, mad cow disease can cause a fatal brain disease. So far, no humans have been confirmed with the disease. The first arrest has been made in the 2010 BP oil spill. Kurt Mix has been charged with 2 counts of obstruction for destroying evidence. He allegedly deleted 300 messages that told how the company's efforts to control the spill were not working. BP is working with authorities who are further investigating the oil spill. When people think of the upcoming summer months, they usually think of vacations, the 4th of July, beaches, fireworks, and summer movie blockbusters. Here's more on that. Here with more on that is News Valdosta's Mary Catherine White.
The summer movie season is almost upon us, and this year looks bigger than ever. It's going to be the season of the costume superhero as Marvel's The Avengers kicks off things next week, a movie that is expected to be huge. July sees the release of Christopher Nolan's 3rd Batman film, The Dark Knight Rises, followed by Marvel's reboot of Spider-Man. These types of film events have fanboys waiting anxiously.
The traditional summer blockbuster all started back in 1975 when Steven Spielberg broke records with the original Jaws. Summertime films have not been the same since. We kick everything off with the Avengers. It's going to be huge.
Additionally, tie-ins to the comic books themselves will surely bring good business to the local comic specialty shops like Cool Comics in Valdosta.
All of these movies would not have been able to happen if not for the material that's been printed for, in some instances, for the past 70 years in comic books. Comic books serve as the source material for these blockbusters, which we all know and love. It goes without saying that these movies featuring this genre are beneficial towards sales in comic book shops nationwide.
So guys, what movie are you most looking forward to? Clearly, anticipation is high for summer movies. The Valdosta Stadium Cinema hosts the midnight premiere of The Avengers Thursday, May 3rd, while Cool Comics hosts Free Comic Day Saturday, May 5th. For more information, visit the Georgia Theater Company online. From News Valdosta, I'm Mary Catherine White.
Taking a look at your local weather, the high today is 84 with a low of 59 degrees. Expect clear skies this morning, but be ready for afternoon clouds. Tomorrow's high should reach 89 degrees. Coming up, the start of the South Georgia Classic and your campus events. Stay with us.
I feel like it's all on my shoulders. How am I going to take care of my parents if they develop an eye disease like glaucoma? Glaucoma is the leading cause of blindness in African Americans and Hispanics in the United States. And what about my kids? Will they inherit it? Not to mention my risk factor. I'm really concerned and I need some answers.
I'm an ophthalmologist and a scientist supported by AHAF, the American Health Assistance Foundation. We're working to discover breakthrough treatments and a cure for glaucoma. At ahaf.org, we will answer your questions and address your concerns. Learn about glaucoma, its symptoms, risk factors, and treatment options. Also, how to live with or care for someone with the disease. Call 1-800-437-2423 or go to ahaf.org for a free brochure on how eye disease affects all our lives. That's 1-800-437-2423.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. I'm Derek Banner II. Even though volleyball season is months away, the VSU Lady Blazers are already hard at work. Here's News Valdosta's Rosanna Stewart with more on their off-season workouts.
The Valdosta State University volleyball team is currently enjoying the off-season, but that doesn't mean the team has time to relax. The Lady Blazers finished the 2011 regular season just below 500 with a 17-18 overall record and the accomplishment of advancing past the first round of the Go South Conference volleyball tournament for the first time in team history. The team fell in the second round to West Florida in a crushing defeat, but that loss was a learning experience for the young team. Despite their accomplishments last season, the group realizes to progress means they can't afford off days. The team will lose several of their seniors before next season, but they are confident in their abilities to hang with the best teams in the Gulf South Conference.
In the spring semester is not as, it's a little more laid back. I mean, we're actually down to our last 2 weeks of spring season. But, we got a good group of girls coming back, so that always feels great to work with them.
Like last year was our first time because we had 6 freshmen that came in, and 4 of them played. And, I mean, we were young, but we played really well together, and I feel like next year we're going to be a really good team.
With less than 5 months to go before their first regular season game, this team knows exactly what they need to work on. With News Valdosta, I'm Rosanna Stewart.
We are less than 24 hours away from the start of the South Georgia Classic out at Kinderloo Forest Golf Club in Valdosta. The nationwide tournament will begin at tomorrow morning at 7:15 a.m., and members of the tournament will tee off until late afternoon hours. Conditions will be much improved for the start of the tournament than they were at the beginning of the week. The heavy wind the players fought in Monday's Pro-Am will subside today. Kinderloo Forest is the longest course on the nationwide tour schedule this season. Taking a look at our campus events, Women's and Gender Studies will host a movie night in Powell Hall Auditorium tonight at 7 p.m. They will show a short film called The Line, which is about sex, consent, power, and pleasure. The Spring Senior Art Exhibition is on display in the VSU Fine Arts Gallery through Monday. The gallery is open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. For more information, you can visit the VSU Department of Art website. This Friday morning, the Valdosta Symphony Orchestra will hold a youth concert series called Musical Pictures. It will be held in Whitehead Auditorium, which is located in the Fine Arts Building at 10 a.m. Researchers in Switzerland are developing a robot that can respond to human thoughts and may one day help immobile people better interact with the external world. Scientists from Switzerland's Federal Institute of Technology have now demonstrated that a partially paralyzed man can control the movements of a 1-foot-tall robot from more than 62 miles away. Marc-Andre Duke, who had lost control of his fingers and legs, was fitted with a simple cap able to record the signals emitted by his brain. These signals were then transmitted to the robot in the lab 62 miles away. Thanks for watching News Valdosta. I'm Daryl Tubana II. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time.